Hey guys, Delt here. I haven't done any Journey of a Bard recently. After our last video, I spent my gold on a stash tab because I was stringing some games together, and then I died 2 games in a row. I don't remember how, and I forgot to hit record when I was playing then, and I literally do that all the time. I also had Trio Bard gameplay yesterday where we killed a barbarian in gold gear, and then after all the games when I was getting off, I realized that OBS wasn't on. So I'm sorry, I wish I could have had that for a video for y'all too. But anyway, right now we're down bad and we just need to build up some golden gear. Solos are in the goblin caves, so I'm just gonna hop in with some of the random gear I have in my inventory and try to get out with what we can. Hope you enjoy, and if you do, please give me a like, a comment, or subscribe to the channel. Thanks. So here we are in the goblin caves. I feel like I get the spawn all the time, so I'm just gonna go get the golden chest right there, or the lion's head, or whatever it is, and then we're gonna keep going. And now that we got that, I'm going to run east and basically just full clear this entire room. There's a centipede there underneath, as well as another golden chest and a bunch of spiders. But I'm probably going to run around up top first and break open all the boxes and everything like that. We got a really good first circle, which means that we're allowed to do this and just loot up everything that we can. This is an econ game because I am broke and I don't really have the most gear in my inventory, so I'm just trying to stock up on one or the other or both. Now that we got those chests, I'm going this way because to the left, after we get through this hallway, there's like 4 or 5 boxes just sitting in the corner. I also should have brought coin purses doing that, but I think I forgot in all of these games. And now we're running back to where the spiders are so we can clear those out and get down to the centipede. And there's more spiders and one or sometimes two death beetles down here too. This time the other death beetle got stuck on the wall instead of going through the wooden barricade door thing. So now we pull the centipede. If anyone's having trouble killing centipedes, they're pretty easy. You could basically just walk in a circle around them. If you're getting hit by the spit doing that, just crouch and look down at the same time, and that should dodge most of them. Fighting them here specifically is a little awkward because the floor isn't all level. So if you're a little bit higher than the centipede and you crouch and look down, then the spit will still hit you. Also, don't walk in the puddles on the floor and don't try to jump over them because it still hits you. I think it also does stacking damage, so the longer you're in it, the more damage you're gonna take. So I would definitely just recommend after you're done killing the centipede, sitting and waiting and healing until all of that's gone. Spiders also aren't the most difficult mobs to fight in the game, but in my opinion, they're definitely the most frustrating. As I was heading over to the golden chest, there is another spider pot, and you don't have the most room to move around in this specific module. So I got stuck between a wall and 3 spiders, and I almost died. Luckily I didn't, but I think I would have been a tiny bit upset if I did, full honesty. Right here, I have one behind me. I thought I could get through to the pot before the other one got in front of me, but I couldn't, and I didn't have room to really jump, so I was just stuck here until I killed one or they moved out of the way. Luckily, they just moved out of the way. But this was terrifying. Campy time. I missed with the drum. Sad day. But now we can finally get our golden chest. mission accomplished. Let's get out. I'm just gonna run back from the area that I cleared already, so that way I know I don't have to run into other mobs while I'm healing and getting into the zone. I was thinking about going this way, but at this point I'm done dealing with spiders, so I'm just gonna run around them. I don't want to deal with them again. I already broke 4 pots this game. I don't want to get stuck again. I'm scared. But hey, good thing I came this way, because there's an escape portal just sitting here ready for us. And another lion's head that we can take. And now we can get out with our goodies. We got all of our gold. We put our gear that we wanted to keep into our stash. And now we bought heals and we're going back in. There's a bunch of spiders in this room, but there's a decent amount of chests too. So I'll probably just clear that out and then head south for the lion's head or golden chest in the middle, the drop down area with all of the traps and the drop down area with all the traps. I don't know what my brain was thinking when I started to say I can't think of anything else other than there's a bunch of traps and you use levers. And I'm just checking to see if anyone's mining in here yet. So now we can use this lever just to drop down and grab the lion's head. And then after that, I'm going to come right back up. I don't like staying down there because if there's a ranger or a fighter or anyone with range, they can just shoot you while you're down there through the like jail doors on every side. And it's not a good place to be. And I'm going to be honest here, with the amount of spike traps he walked on, I was expecting him to die in 2 hits. That's why I just kept swinging, and my laziness made me take damage there, basically. I'm realizing that I did add more songs, and swapping to the straw hat actually makes me lose them, and I want to keep them, so I'm going to put the feathered hat back on and keep the straw hat with me. At least I think that's what I did. I also got a drum with memory capacity, and my last song on the song list thing at the bottom of your mem cap is Den of Darkness. So I think I might have actually checked that too and saw if it worked. Regardless, I'm trying to keep all of my songs. There it is. I finally checked it right there and saw that I still had it. And as a side note, the reason that I'm wanting Den of Darkness in this game is that way if I'm assuming there's a rogue near me, I can just check for him then. And as soon as I unstealth him, I can throw my drum and start to back up or just engage the fight. Typically, I would want to wait for his ambush proc to wear off though. And coming into this room, I know that there is a static extract here, and I also know that there's a lion's head. So my main plan is to just get to the lion's head and then come back to the extract and leave. If you don't know where the lion's head here, you could see on the map where it makes like a big loop at the bottom, and there's like a dead end circle. In that dead end circle, there is a lion's head, a goblin mage, and an altar of sacrifice. So if you're playing in teams and you make yourself in this room and you need a res, then you could always do that here. If you're playing solos, just kill some things. Big chest, big loot. I was contemplating if I wanted to pick up either of these weapons for my cleric, but my cleric is very geared and this specific character isn't, so I just passed on them. And we finally made it to the dead end circle. This is the area that I was talking about if I didn't describe it well. I don't think that I did a bad job, but I also don't think I necessarily did a good job. I just said loop-de-loop and dead end circle. This is it. And this set of gloves and the cape aren't necessarily the best, but they are good enough to want to pick up. Again, my stash is pretty abysmal at this point, so I'm just trying to grab what I can. And again, I got the lion's head. I feel like I'm good enough to leave now. My stash is pretty full, and that's my whole goal right here. So I'm just going to take the static extract and get out. And I did play one more game, and it did not go well, but I'm going to post it anyway, because one of the changes from the most recent patch was supposed to give you more time early on to not run into other players, or at the very least, more time early on to only run into one player. And I think that is a really good change specifically for Ruins, because that happens all the time where you start a Ruins match, especially in solo, and there's 3 or 4 people just around you immediately. And in this spawn, I'll usually kill the Skelly Mage and grab the Royal Coffin, and then I will just leave, because this is a place that a lot of people want to go to, and I'd rather take on one person at a time rather than 2 or 3. But as soon as I got to the Skeletal Mage, there was already a Barbarian coming into the room, and that's fine. I'll fight one person, let me just clear some mobs, and then we'll do that. Barbarian's running up to me now, so I'm going to cast Lament of Languor to slow him down, and then I'll probably run back in and use Shriek of Weakness to fight. But as you can see from my zoom in, there is also a rogue here. So whoever wins the fight between me and the Barbarian also loses the game. So it's just not worth it to take this fight, and instead I'm deciding to leave. But wait, there's more. There's also a wizard in this spawn. I was assuming this is where the Barbarian came from, but I was wrong. And so I'm honestly just trying to get through the room and hopefully leave without him noticing me, but he does. And honestly, props to the wizard for running around with Ignite. That's a very off meta build right now, and he 2-shot me with it, so he's omega geared. I have full respect for the wizard. I just don't like how many people were there in the first like 20-30 seconds of the game. And I haven't played the most recent patch yet, but honestly, props to IronMace for thinking of this, because I think it's a very good change. And with that, I'm going to be ending the video here. I'm probably going to be playing more Bard and more Cleric, and I'll try to get some first impressions with the Ice Cave too, and we'll see how all that goes. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the content, once again, please just comment, like, or subscribe to the channel, and I hope you have a great day. Peace.